Hey guys, what's up? It's Josh. So, I know last week I was planning on posting a video of me in Florida, but that didn't happen. I had a lot of stuff to do while I was in Florida because I barely had time to make a video for the collab channel. But yeah, when I was in Florida, a lot of things happened. I noticed that Florida is different than California. People always think Florida and California are kind of similar because, they never receive snow, but they're not at all similar. Like, there are some major differences between the two I need to learn how to talk. I don't know how I'm gonna pass English next year. But yeah, there are like major differences between the two states. But yeah, my trip to Florida was just interesting. So many things happened, and I'm just gonna bore you guys by telling you guys what happened. So first off, I got to stay in a hotel for free. It's cool because my mom's friends, like all of them have timeshares, so they just let us stay there. The hotel we went to was cool because it was in the middle of Orlando, so we're next to all the theme parks and stuff. So first, I landed like 9 o'clock Florida time, but then it took us a bunch of time to get all of our stuff and, to get to the hotel. So I fell asleep around 3 o'clock Florida time. 4 hours later, I had to wake up and go to this water park named Aquatica. And there it was cool because there were some pretty cool rides, I guess. And I got to hang out with some of my mom's friends' kids, and they're okay, I guess. Didn't really get to talk to them that much. They're really quiet. So then we're hanging out at Aquatica, and a little thunderstorm thing came, and we had to go. So then that night, my grandpa calls us, and we never talk to him because he's kind of he's off. He's different. But he's just like, hey, let's go have dinner. So we're like, okay. So my dad and I and a few others go over and have dinner with him. So before I get into what happened at dinner, I should tell you guys a few things first. So first off, he's like rich. Keep in mind, he's rich. Us, not so much. Secondly, he's kind of, like a self-important type of person. Like whenever anyone is talking, he'll just come in and interrupt and talk about how he sells coins for tons of money. And the most important thing you should know is he's been married a lot, so that means that he has tons of kids. He has kids that are younger than me. The person he's married to right now is the same age as my dad. And keep this in mind, my grandpa is like 60 something. My dad's like 40. So we're at this dinner, and my 7-year-old uncle is pestering me. And we find out that my grandpa is being sued by his maids because his wife hit their maids with sticks. I am not kidding. You can probably look it up on Google right now and find it. They live like in Los Angeles or Malibu. So I mean, just type in Malibu, crazy Russian woman hits maids with sticks. And as if hitting the maids with sticks wasn't enough, she locked them inside some room. But anyways, that night ended very quickly. So then the next day came, and we ended up going surfing at Daytona Beach. So my dad used to live in Florida, and he has a lot of friends that still live there. So we actually called up his friend Sean, and he drove us to Daytona Beach. And that is where we got sponsored. So this little thing right here, Intuit, make sure to check it out. Really cool surf company. The owner, my dad's friend, is really cool. They sponsor our YouTube channel now. But yeah, that was a pretty cool day, I guess. But then I ended up surfing at Daytona Beach, and it turns out that the waves there are smaller than Asian dick. So, that was okay, I guess. Not really. I understand what women mean when they say they're unsatisfied by Asian dick. Now I get it. Alright, so then the next couple of days passed, and I ended up going to Busch Gardens. If you guys don't know what Busch Gardens is, then I feel bad for you. Busch Gardens is like SeaWorld and the San Diego Zoo and like Knott's Berry Farm combined on steroids. So I went on a bunch of rides there, and I hung out with my uncle and his wife, and they were both really cool. I met quite a few French-Canadian chicks there, and it was interesting. Especially when I tried to talk to one and I kept asking her questions like, simple yes or no questions, and she kept, nodding and smiling, and then later on it turns out she didn't speak English. But then, later on in the day, huge thunderstorm hit, and I was trapped with gorillas. I really don't want to get into that, but you know, I almost saw gorillas fight, which was pretty cool. But it really pissed me off when I was there because there was like this Latino guy, not to be racist, but he was, you know, getting annoying as shit. And you know, he kept on like banging on the glass and antagonizing the gorillas and stuff, so now I understand why Planet of the Apes could happen. So, you know, that was cool. And then a few days later, I went snorkeling with manatees. Like, it was cool, and I am not kidding in any way, shape, or form. A manatee fucking, like, gnawed on my face. Like, neck area. It was weird. It was like a fucking manatee kissed me. And the guy who was driving the boat, you know, for us to see the manatees, he was like freaking out, like, oh my god, you're getting kissed by a manatee, ah, congratulations, ah, blah, blah. And I was just kind of freaking out, because you're not really allowed to touch these guys. Because, like, I wanted to push the manatee off me, but I didn't want to push him off, because I think I would hurt him. Not to mention, he's like 700 pounds, so it's like, dude, But yeah, I mean, that was the gist of my trip. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and do all of that stuff. Make sure to check out Intuit. They're gonna have a new shop set up, so check that website out. Also, make sure to buy some of our merch. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and subscribe to my second channel. And also, check out my collab channel videos, and oh, and if you like collab channels, make sure to check out this collab channel that I started with my friends, and, you know, do all of that. And that is basically it. This is Josh from the Midgeify, and I will see you guys later.